So I thought I'd make a video showing Japanese traffic nowadays. As you know, in the 1990s, the 1980s, and the 1970s, all the way back to the 50s, honestly, Japan would make a diverse amount of unique and interesting looking vehicles. Well, by this point in time, they've got to the point psychologically where I guess they all feel like they were the only one to really appreciate having automobiles and traffic other than Latin American countries where they do import basically every vehicle, unlike the United States and Canada. European Union is a close second to Latin American countries like, Chile, Paraguay, Argentina, where they do have a lot of vehicles. As you can see behind me, I'm at a Nissan dealership. I'm going to show you the kinds of vehicles they have in Japan nowadays, though. It's definitely changed, okay? They've toned things down. Now, this is the K car. This is what the majority of Japanese people drive nowadays. I'm not kidding you. This is a van. This is like the second style of van they drive. Although you can see a crossover there in the background. Ooh, probably only 30% of them drive that. I mean, fucking 60% of Japanese people drive this kind of vehicle, which is called a K car. Or they drive, and though I like the name Sakura, named after Japanese cherry blossoms, or they drive a van, right? That's literally it. I'm not kidding you. Sometimes the whole entire parking lot is K cars, more than even a van. This is Nissan Japan nowadays, 2024 compared to 1990s or 1980s. Now, I don't think they've just became lame, and though Japanese are much more strict than they used to be, they've changed their ways in a couple different ways. I'll show you traffic as well, right? Japanese, they decided to become much more strict than they were in the 90s. They're much more about the policies than they always were. But yeah, that's not really necessarily the reason that they all drive K cars and vans nowadays, right? I mean, it really is, honestly, I think psychologically, that they were the person who appreciated vehicles like nobody else ever did in the world. And they get to this point where, they just wanted to tone it down. I don't think it's that other countries yelled at them for being the only people with that many vehicles either, Here comes the traffic, if you didn't believe me. Now this vehicle's common. K car, K car, K car. And though the trucks, there's many trucks, of course. K car. And we got a van on the forefront. K car. Holy fuck, a Toyota Corolla. A hatchback. Now that's the rare sight nowadays. The Suzuki Hustler. The way she hustles. And coming around the corner, we have the potentially excessively trended Toyota Prius. Now that's debatable, You're wondering about a rich neighborhood in Japan. Oh, they do have them. Yes, they really do. They drive Bentleys. I'm not kidding you. They drive Ferraris. They drive, Rolls Royce even. Maybach, Mercedes. But at the same time, that's probably 10-20% of the traffic at most. And more like a toned down Mercedes, more like, and though they do have, very many Mercedes, that's about the only other vehicle they drive. They don't drive too many BMWs or Audis. There's a fair few of them. Of course, they do have the Lexus competing with the Mercedes. Not so many Infiniti or Acura, you'd think? Not actually. Oh, there's a Tesla rolling by. That's a fucking rare sight here. The motorcycle drivers, fairly common. Not too often. More likely to be a scooter. You can see the other side here. K car, truck, K car, van. Holy fucking Audi. K car, van. K car. As if they worship them, like the rising sun. A Suzuki Carry, that's a work vehicle right there. Common work vehicle. The Delica, you don't see them too often. It's usually the other types of vans. Holy fuck, the small crossover hatchback. That's quite rare, actually. The fact that you have even seen a hatchback means I'm in a part of Japan where they drive more diverse than just K-cars and vans only. It's often only that. I'm not kidding. Even a fucking hatchback at all. K-car. K-car. The Prius. An Audi. Oh my god. K-car. Van, K-car. I've honestly given you more diverse traffic than many parts of Japan right here, actually. But as you can see, that's really all they drive. It ain't like back in the day. Oh, we got a Volvo. Rare. A Mercedes. Much more common. Much more common. I'll show you other parts of Japan as well, so you know I'm not lying. I'll take you to a different area. Alright, I'll show you a parking lot here, actually. This is a random apartment parking lot. That's the building. These are the vehicles. Right at the end you have, though, an old Toyota truck. Even a Tesla. Quite rare. Now you got the Crown Athlete. Okay, this is about the only mid-sized vehicle they drive. You got some more K-cars behind it. You got vans, K-cars. You got a... what's that? A fucking Prius in the background. A newer one, I think. And then... now this is funny how they drive Jeep. That's about the only American vehicle they drive, except for extremely rarely you see some kid in, you know, custom vehicle from America. Like an old GMC Blazer or whatever the fuck, but usually not. You got more K-cars. And the van. You got a Peugeot 508 that they've imported from Europe. That's quite rare as well. Quite a sight to see. K-cars. K-cars. Now this is why I did take a video of this parking lot here, because it has my personal favorite vehicle, a Mercedes G-Class, in it for a bit of flavor. They do drive a lot of these here, not as much as you would think, right? But you know, I mean, this is probably one of the more common vehicles for richer people. And though you can get a older one, doesn't cost too much money. It's interesting how they customize the headlights. In Japan, okay, that is risky. Many other Japanese would have like no clue why this person drives them. With tires of this kind, okay, because of the tread on the tires. Oh, it's even got Brabus brakes. This is an old Brabus Mercedes G. Quite impressive. It's got headlights that are possibly really risky. Many Japanese people would have no fucking clue why this person's even driving this vehicle with headlights like that. You know, they might even have nearly yelled at them out the window about it, but not. And then you got K-cars. K-cars. Holy fuck, even an SUV. A Toyota Harrier, I believe it is. Very rare. Then you got the hatchbacks, you got the K-cars. Somehow a Corolla. I think that is, yeah. Often the K-car looks exactly the same. Here we have a Mitsubishi mini cab. Okay, Daihatsu and fucking Nissan make the fucking same thing. They look exactly the same. It's funny how it is.